Hooja, hooja. Right, everybody. Hey. One, two, 1, 2. Testing the microphone. Yeah, I think it's okay. Good evening. Say hello. Let's get the volume back up for the background. Okay. Hey, Alana. How you doing? All right. Hair okay? Let me know. Kind of that. Hello, Clark. When are you? Right, I'm just going to share the link to tonight's quiz in a couple places. If you could share the quiz, that would really help. Because I don't do very much publicity. Post. What have I done that on? I've done that on the Doctor group. So I'm going to do that on the Doctor page. Just did it on Twitter as well. Such as my massive social media pool, relating therapy. Facebook page, I'm going to be live. Let's get back here. Let's get back to you. Hey, all right. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is 1 minute to 9. Turn this background music down a little bit. There we go. Okay. Aye, because the background music was too loud. That's why you can only hear that. Sorry, Paul. I was just muttering anyway as I was posting links to the quiz in a few different places. And I don't need that just now. I think you can hear me now. Audio balance says okay tz, and also says BGM. I take it that's better now. Let me know if that's better. I'm sure it is. I just had the background music up as I was posting links to the quiz. So let me know when it's better now, because it's better on my end. I was only talking nonsense. I thought you might want some high quality elevator music to get you through that little boring bit. But it's 9 o'clock now. We're going to start. So, hello. How are you all? And that's not a glib question. I actually mean it. Tell me how you are. Turn the volume on the music down, says Clark, but then okay says okay, and then Duncan says sounds fine here. Yeah, I think the comment's taking a few seconds to come through there. You know what? Ooh. Can I edit this live? I'm going to just try and edit this to ultra low latency, because I notice it's only on low latency. Let me just, no, there's nothing I can do about that. Alright, okay. Well, that might make things slightly different tonight. I don't know why it's on low latency and not ultra low latency. We're going to take it in our stride. It's going to be cool. Yeah, sounds all good now. Yeah, because I turned it down, that's all. I've got a mixer at this end. Trying not to have a drink, says Kirsty. Now, why would you do a thing like that? Look, I've got a drink. We need to drink. We are human beings. Hello, Mr. Fricker. Hello, Chris Cotter. Hello, Joanne Haggerty. Alright, Sasa in New York City. Duncan. Kirsty. John H. All the big names are here. Alan Crawford is here. Great stuff. Right, okay. It's just about ready to kick off here. Right, let me tell you what's going on. Most of you know. Most of you have been here before, you know what's going on. You see that thing that says, let's see you. That's my kind of... that's my way of asking you to share on social media. Let me just get into the PowerPoint. A little bit last minute tonight. So my desktop ain't set up perfect, but we'll be alright. Please share. I want to see pictures of you on social media doing the quiz. I got loads of pictures of me, like the screen. There's look, there's Dr. Paul. Yeah. So I want to see some pictures of you guys doing the quiz. Get them on social media. Use the hashtag DP quiz, and I'll find them and I'll use them. Make us all famous. Right, it's time to pick a team. Big teams quiz tonight. Now, you know how this works. If you've been here before, you know how this works. If you've not been here, I'll tell you how it works. There are only... it's a quiz. We're going to do a trivia quiz. But there are only 3 teams. And you have to now decide which team you're going to be on. The winning team from Tuesday night stays on. Winner stays on. The winner from Tuesday night was His Oily Lordship, Mr. Ainsley Harriot. All right. But who's he up against? Who's the 2 contenders who are going to try and knock him off the perch tonight? Let's find out. It's Ainsley Harriot, of course. Jockey Wilson. And Queen Latifah. There we go. So, pick a team. This is where you tell me in the chat which team you want to be in. Now, do you know who these people are? Some of you are American and don't know who Jockey Wilson is. Jockey Wilson is dead, but while he was alive, he was one of Scotland's greatest sportsmen. World champion twice, 1982 and 1990, I think, at the darts, the sport of kings. Lauren saying jockey. Paul Thompson saying jockey. Duncan Moody saying yeah, it's Team Jockey. Jockey Wilson's kind of folk hero in Scotland. O'Cats says jockey. Zaski's gone for Team Chef. Won the jockey. Got to stick with the oily lord, says Alana. That's the chef. That's Ainsley Harriot. If you don't know Ainsley Harriot, you might not know him. I don't know if they have Ainsley Harriot in America, but he's basically Britain's #1 oiler and chef. Queen Latifah for Kirsty, nice one. Fricker remembering the Jackie Wilson incident, the famous Dexys incident on Top Pops. You must know the story. If you don't know the story, it's a good story. Dexys Midnight Runners had several hits in the early 1980s, and they had a song called Jackie Wilson Says. It was a song about the singer, Jackie Wilson. So they went on Top of the Pops and did the song Jackie Wilson Said, and the producer said, tell you what we'll do, we'll make a joke out of it, we'll get a massive big picture of Jockey Wilson as the background, see if anyone notices. Of course everyone noticed. Jackie Wilson, Jockey Wilson, get it? Brilliant. Chef for Lynette, jockey for David Patterson, Queen Latifah for Joanne, Queen Latifah for Kirsty, Jerry's for jockey, Jan's for jockey, Andrew Barclay is here, excellent, for Team Jockey, Latifah for the Cotter Collective. Alright, so we got a game on here, so you've picked different teams to be on, and what's going to happen is I'm going to ask questions, you're going to shout out answers. First of all, house rules before we start anything: no Tories, no racists, and no dogfiling. Queen Latifah, can't spell today. Doesn't matter about spelling. If I know what you mean, you know, I'm not going to mix up Queen Latifah with Turkmenistan. You know what I mean? There is a bit of slack in the system. We are human beings. We're not quite robots yet. Alright, Mr. Armstrong. Going for Team Jockey. And there's Jane. Played by myself. Says Jane. Hello, Jane. Are you Jane? You got to decide which team to be on. You got to be on one of these three teams, okay? So the way to play this is I ask trivia questions. You shout out the answers, and the first person to shout out the answer gets 2 points for their team. You have to comment with your team name. The team names tonight are Jockey for Jockey Wilson, Chef for Ainsley Harriot, and Queen for Queen Latifah. Don't use variations, because it makes it much harder to see what's going on. Just use those exact words. So use jockey. Don't say Wilson. Don't say Latifah. Just say jockey for Jockey Wilson, chef for Ainsley Harriot, and queen for Queen Latifah. All right. Sasa saying the dictator of Turkmenistan is nuts. They're all nuts. Is that Akayev? Bakayev? One of those types of guys. Anyway. So no sponsor. Right, round one is the... Whoa, Ainsley Harriot. That's what he used to do before he was a TV chef. He used to harass punks on the streets. Right, here we go. So round one is quickies. Now you know what to do. You shout out your team name. Oh, by the way, before we start, I'll show you the scores. The scores are, Chef has 2 points because he gets a 2-point start because he's been here before. The other two are brand new team captains. They've not played on the Big Teams quiz before. So Jockey starts with 0, Queen starts with 0, and that's the way it is. Alright. First round is 2 points for right answer. Remember to shout out your team name and the answer to the question. And I'll run over a little bit, but let's get started. Right now, here we go. 2000s music. Question is this. Complete the name of this 2009 hit for Biffy Clyro. That golden something. Biffy Clyro, rock band, Scottish band. That golden rule is the first correct answer of the evening. It's for Team Chef. Zaski is first on the buzzer tonight. And that's great. So I'm just going to go over the scoreboard and put 2 points in there. And that's what I do every question. And they'll add up. You know what I mean? Yeah, that golden rule is the right answer. There's a very, very Scottish cover for that record. It's a guy and it's raining. You know what I mean? Very good. Right, okay, so who was that? That was Zasky. I'll speed up, but I'm just saying a few things. Keep an eye on who is getting right answers, because we vote for most valuable player at the end of the night. You know what I'm going to do from now on? I'm not going to scratch the scratch cards live, because they're inevitably fairly, what's the word? Disappointing. I'm going to send you a scratch card in the post and a winner's badge and an MVP certificate if I can get around to that. So we'll vote for the MVP later, okay? Right. What's next? Wales. All right, you can't beat what you can beat Wales. What is the name given to the Welsh Assembly? The name being taken from the Welsh word for Senate or Parliament. So here in Scotland we have Holyrood, or the Scottish Parliament. But what's the name for the Welsh Parliament? And Cats has it straight away. Senate is the right answer. For Team Jockey, first points for Team Jockey Wilson. And that is Cats. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. O-K-A-T-Z-Z. Ocats. Excellent, very good. It looks like a big mad coffee table, the Welsh Parliament. It's like you're a kid. It's like you're a tiny wee baby and you've gone under the coffee table. You know what I mean? Okay, right. Very good. On a plate. What was the name of the daughter of Herod who demanded the head of John the Baptist in the Bible? This is a Bible story. So the daughter of Herod, she did this dance of the 7 veils. And as a prize for doing the dance, you get a prize for the dance off. She demanded the head of John the Baptist. And we have it. Alan Crawford for Team Chef says Salome. That's correct. There she is. Ha 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 ha. I've got his head on a plate. Ha 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 ha. That's Alan Crawford for Team Chef. 2 points for the chef. Right. Very good. Good start for the oily lord. Two more questions in this first round. Not salami, no. No, we're not talking about salami anymore, or chorizos. We don't talk about that stuff anymore. Right, number 4, Eurofood. What is the Hungarian word for pepper, which we use to mean a certain kind of spice? So we use this word referring to a certain spice. It's the Hungarian word for pepper. What is the word? Goulash. No. Paprika. Yes. Lauren Thompson for Team Jockey Wilson. Splendid. Paprika is the correct answer. That was Lauren Thompson. Remember to keep an eye. Duncan was writing down all the names of the scorers there, and I could do the same, but I don't think I've got enough hands and brain to cope with all that. If anybody does keep a track, that's great. But we'll vote for the MVP later. It's not always, I mean, the other night it wasn't the person who answered the most questions. It was somebody coming in near the end with some big high value answers. That's how it worked out. Let's move on. One question left in the first round, the quickies. What was the subtitle of the 2012 film The Hobbit? So the full title of the film was The Hobbit. What's the bit? The Hobbit. Completely made up. Load of rubbish. Like. There and Back Again is a good answer, but not correct. An Unexpected Journey. Chris Cotter for Queen Latifah. Meaning that the former hip-hop turned Hollywood actress is off the mark. Excellent. It's The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey. All right, I'm not getting too many of those these days. The Hobbit, back in The Hobbit. That's pretty good. I like that. The Incredible Journey. That's the one with the Doug, isn't it? Right. There is a bonus point. One bonus point to finish off the round. Question here is, which of the previous 5 answers connects to rugby league? There are the 5 answers, and you've got to say why. You've got to say which of the 5 answers from the first round connects to the sport of rugby league, and why. First person to do that with a team name gets 1 little bonus point, which at the end of the day could make all the difference for tonight's result. My hair feels okay, but I'm not too happy with it tonight. Golden rule for the golden goal. The golden rule cause rules. Nah, it's nothing to do. That golden rule is the right answer, but it's a specific reason to do with that song. It's nothing to do with the rules of rugby. Duncan's saying the golden rule of rugby league is don't watch rugby league. I mean, I don't myself. I'm not a fan of any type of rugby, really. Rugby league or rugby union. Have a guess. Even if you don't know anything about the sport, you might guess what the connection is. It's between that particular song and the sport of rugby league. Biffy Clyro played rugby league. Nah. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, theme tune. Fricker. For Team Jockey. That's it. It was used as the Sky Sports theme tune for rugby league for a couple of years. So there you go. So Mr. Fricker, Mr. Frickardino, Mr. Stephen Fricker gets that extra point for Team Jockey. First to mention anything about a theme tune. So I'm going to turn on the scores. This was the scores before the round. I will now refresh the scoreboard. And it brings us up this. Chef Ainsley Harriot is in the lead on 6 points. Jockey Wilson right behind him, snapping at him like a fife bastard with 5 points. And Queen Latifah from the USA just getting going. Get rid of the scores. Okay. Let's move on. What's the next round? It's oh, look at that tongue. Ooh. Look at it. Look at it. Ooh, yeah, bastard. It's Guess Who. So, I've got a grid behind which is hiding a person. You have to tell me who the person is. I will remove some squares at a time and give you a clue. So the first thing I'm going to tell you is that this person... And by the way, I was doing this 5 points before it's too much, right? We'll do this 3 points, okay? First person who gets this right gets 3 points. So... team name and the answer. Here we go. There's a couple of squares, and I'll tell you this person was born in 1985. He's got an airport named after him, despite only being born in 1985. I was born quite a few years before that, and I don't even have a bus station named after me. Ronaldo, says Ali for Team Jockey. That's close enough. That's the right answer. It is. It's Cristiano Ronaldo. Footballer. Portuguese footballer. The airport in his hometown is named after him. It's Cristiano Ronaldo, or just widely known as Ronaldo. So I'll take that for Ali Gunn. That's 3 points for Team Jockey. And I'm no mathematician, but I reckon that's Team Jockey in the lead. Check it out. That was before the round. It's just 3 points. That's an easy one to add up, you know what I mean? Very good. Okay. Well done, Ali Gunn. Turn the scores off and we'll move on. What is the next round? Ooh, that's a bit threatening, isn't it? Sass is saying his eyelashes look awesome in that picture. Let's have a look. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. I mean, like, I think he's the type of guy who probably does spend time on that sort of thing. I noticed Alana was mentioning the background music. Yeah, it's okay. I'm just making sure it's not too loud. If it's too loud, let me know. I can't. Headphones in that at the same time does my nut in, so I'll rely on you to tell me if it's too loud. Right, round 3 is the puzzles round. Oiling intensifies. Right, so the first one is an anagram. It's a sports anagram. First person that solved this anagram, remember to shout out your team name and the answer. Here we go. So it's a sports team. Mutated Whines. Sass is saying I'm jealous that his eyelashes are long without mascara. You've got no guarantee that he doesn't use mascara. He's a modern footballer, you know. Manchester United. No, that's not correct. Nick S. and Clark McKinnon both gone for Manchester United. That is not correct. And Paul Thompson's here for Team Jockey West Ham United. That is the correct answer. Football team from London, West Ham United. Well done, Paul Thompson. These are worth 3 points as well, these puzzle ones. So that is Paul Thompson for Team Jockey. 3 points goes into the score sheet. Right, okay. Next one is a PICTO. Oh, it's come up straight away. Name the film. All right. What film has been indicated by this series of emojis? A 1955 film. Family film. Lady and the Tramp. Sasuke for Team Chef straight away. No hesitation. Correct answer. Team Chef. Sasuke gets it right. Chef's on the boil. Lady and the Tramp. Yeah, a couple of dogs, bit of spaghetti. Fall in love. Woof. CRYPTIC. So this is the title of a song. And I hope I can remember. Oh no, I can remember what it is. I've got a note of all the questions, but I'll try to do most of it from memory, so I don't have to keep flicking. An 8 on its side forever. Title of a song. 8 letters. It's like a crossword clue. It's not that cryptic. I don't know Richard Osman's House of Games. I know a lot of people on here do mention it, so maybe I should check it out. Zoe Russell gets it right, but fails to mention a team name. Fundamental mistake, and straight away Joanne Haggerty is there with Infinity. The right answer for Team Queen Latifah. That was Guru Josh. It was a hit twice. It was a big hit twice. A hit in 1989 and 2008. 1990s. Time for the Guru. Great song. Yeah. If you don't know what it means, infinity sign is like that. It's like an 8, but sideways, you know. Forever is infinity. Obviously. You all know this. You all smart people here. And the last one. Is there one more in this round? Yeah, it must be. Oh yeah, it's a conundrum. What's the only English language 9-letter word you can get out of these? So it's like an anagram. But it is not a title, not a name of anything, it's just a word. It's the only 9-letter word in English that you can get from those letters. Tell me what it is. Remember your team name. Refitting? Nah, definitely not. Mainly because those letters aren't there. Lauren. Zoe hadn't mentally chosen a team yet. Just getting them right, just getting warmed up before you pick a team. It's quite right. Featuring is the correct answer. Paul Thompson again, and that's for Team Jockey. Featuring is correct. Jockey Wilson said, I want 3 more points. If only Jockey Wilson was here. Because, you know, the mathematical capability of darts players is well known. And I wouldn't even need this spreadsheet to tell me the scores, but he's not. He's dead. So I've got to do this by Excel. So that was the scores before the round. Jockey had already edged into the lead a little bit, but what happens now with this refresh? Well, Jockey Wilson, the body faker Coddy, is starting to get into the swing of things, starting to hit those 20s, starting to hit a couple of double 20s. Nice. Chef's keeping the darts up the top end of the board, but he's slipping into the 5 and the 1 occasionally. Queen Latifah's hitting 11s, double 3s, all sorts, you know. Featuring was the right answer. Yeah, well done everyone who got it. Okay, take scores off and we'll move on. Martin's here. Matt Cassidy's here. Joining Team Jockey Wilson. Did you decide, Zoe? Do you know who you're playing for? Do you know who the teams are? If anyone else is just coming in late, you pick a team. 3 teams tonight are Jockey Wilson, Queen Latifah, the rapper and film star from the United States of America. That's the 3 teams tonight. So if you're just coming in the door, pick one of those. All right, let's move on. No one's getting totally left behind yet. Queen Latifah's slacking, but Zoe Russell's on Team Queen Latifah. Zoe's always a good player, so that'll help. Delightful. Delightful. Found all these Ainsley Harriot gifs. The internet's full of them. He's so naughty, isn't he? Right. Hexo. So that you see a grid of hexagons there. Hello, Denise. You see a grid of hexagons. I'm going to give you clues, and you're going to tell me some abbreviations or initials. And it's going to be combinations that you can find on the board connected to each other, adjacent, you know, not dotting about the board. So, the first one is the branch of the British military with the motto Per Ardua ad Astra. So pick out the 3 letters that go together from the board that's a branch of the UK military with the motto Per Ardua ad Astra. I want you give me the 3 letters. It's 3 letters. Correct. Alan Crawford for Team Chef. It's the RAF, the Royal Air Force. All right, means through adversity to the stars, like Buzz Lightyear. It's the RAF. So that's 2 points for Team Chef. The Oily Lord gets greasy. Airplane style. All right. Okay, number 2 is a political party with former leaders Tyndall, Griffin, and Walker. Actually, one of them might be the leader at the moment. Oh no, former leaders. Maybe Walker's leader at the moment. British political party. Hey, straight in there. Martin for Team Chef. It's BNP is correct. British National Party. Tories and racists in an extreme way, so they shouldn't really be in this quiz, but there you go. Not allowed to take part. I've no platform in them. But they are still the answer to this question. Well done, Martin. That's Martin without a surname for Team Chef. 2 points for Team Chef. Nice one. Okay, the third one on the Hexo is a government agency from the United States of America responsible for tax collection. Okats is saying that he was first, or she, I'm not sure. I'll go back and check it. But I will check it in just a minute, but let's get this one first. CIA, no. APB, IRS, Missing Persons Club for Team Jockey is correct. It's the IRS. That's actually not quite sure what it stands for. Internal Revenue Service, I think it is. Right. Okats was saying that they were first for something. If you're saying you're first for something, just help me out and say what you were first for. I'm guessing you're saying BNP. I'll go back. No, you weren't. What happens, Okats, is that it comes up in different orders on different people's feed. I've got live chat enabled, so it comes up on mine in the order that they arrive at the server and then to me. So my order is the official order. What your own thread will do is it will tend to put your one quicker. You know what I mean? But in my order, we had Martin, no surname, getting it first for Team Chef. And then a couple of other people got it before you. Kirsty Johnson for Queen Latifah, Andrew Armstrong for Team Jockey, Stephen Fricker for Team Jockey. All got it, and then you got it. So you got it pretty fast. But you were beaten to the punch by 1, 2, 3, 4 people. So it's the order it comes up at my end. Alright? fair enough. Good. Right. Here is of hilarity. 4 letters. Don't worry, cats. Yeah, no, it's just a feature of YouTube. It's pretty good, but it's not perfect. It'd be perfect if everybody's thread appeared in the same order. That would be great, but it's close to perfect. ROFL. Mr. Fricker gets it right for Team Jockey. ROFL. Roll on the floor laughing. Do you think that anybody in the history of that expression has actually rolled on the floor, actually laughing while typing that? I don't think so. I think it's a lie. That's 2 points for Team Jockey, courtesy of Mr. Fricker. Whoops. There we go. It's very competitive tonight between Team Jockey and Team Chef. Queen Latifah team need to start hitting some hitting some scores. Andrew said, I always thought it was right out fucking loud. No. Yeah, you'd have to jump back up to your keyboard. Well, yeah, I think the idea is that it was so funny. A picture of a cat shitting or whatever was so funny that you fell off your chair and you rolled on the floor with laughter. And then when you finally recovered from the idea of a cat taking a poo, you got up and typed ROFL. Roffle. Probably not. Right, okay, last one is a sports one. 3 letters here. Governing body for UK tennis. What's that? ROTFLMAO. What's that? Roll on the fucking lino, mother and orange. I don't know. NFL. No, that's not correct. LTA is correct. Nick S is first with the right answer. Lawn Tennis Association. And, yep, it's Nick S. Just double checking that. For Team Chef. Right, it's going to be close tonight. That's the end of that round. The Hexo. Tell me if you like the Hexo. It's relatively new. Lawn Tennis Association is what they're called, right? They look after Wimbledon and all that jazz. Here are the scores. That was before the round. Here is the refresh showing the scores for this round. Jockey Wilson, who never dodged a double in his life, I always went for him, is leading the way on 18 points. Team Ainsley Harriot, that most sensual of chefs, is on 15 points. Queen Latifah has stalled on 5 points. You like the Hexo? Hexo is cool. Love the Hexo. Right, good. I'll keep it in. I like to have a few different rounds. I don't have quite so many different rounds in the big teams quiz as I do in the wee teams quiz, but, you know, a bit of a diversity is nice. So let's move on. Let's turn the scores off. I remember to do that. Let's get on to the next round. We'll be finished by 10 o'clock, by the way. It builds up to the ultra round, which is where it all happens. Okay. Ooh. Deep Dream filter. Ainsley Harriot. Dogs. But it's a sound round. So, while you observe Ainsley Harriot going through the menopause, I'm going to go and set up the sound round. So I just got to... There. Stop that. Getting the audio round folder. Right, okay, we are ready. So, sound round. So, it's first to shout out the answers. Pay attention to what I'm asking you. It's usually artists, but sometimes it's different things. But remember, team name and answer. 2 points for each of these. Here we go. So the first one tonight is a speeded up tune, but I just want to know the artist. All right, so who's the artist for this? There's the guesses. Come on. Who's this? Yeah, we got a right answer. We got a right answer there. It kind of stalled for a second there, then they all came through. I think Nick S for Team Chef was the first. I got to go back up a little bit here and check it out. So the first answer was Prince. That's a good guess. It was that right kind of sound, but Nick S got it there for Team Chef. It is Katy Perry. It's the song Birthday. Speeded up. Excellent. 2 points for Nick S, who's having a good night for Team Chef so far. Getting good answers at the right time. Okay, well done. Well done, Nick. Lots of different answers from you. I'm just checking out some of the other answers. Madonna, Kylie, Taylor Swift, Little Mix, but a lot of you picking out Katy Perry. It's a good answer. Right, okay. Next one is language. What is the language?
Tražim da me ne zaboraviš, kada jastuk zagrliš, ti me sanjaj. Tražim, al sreća trag ne ostavlja, ko da je tvoju dušu drugom pisala. Još volim te, znaj.
No one's got it right so far. It's quite a small language, not very many speakers. Croatian is not right, but it's the nearest so far.
Spavaš sama, moj svijet, čuvam za.
Slovenian is good as well, but not correct. Macedonian is good as well, but not correct. Kosovan is about the best guess so far. Oh, someone's got it. Andrew Armstrong for Team Jockey has got it. It's Montenegrin. It's Montenegrin. And not a lot of people speak Montenegrin. And quite a few if you got it quite close together. Now, the first one I see is Andrew Armstrong. I don't think anybody got it before that. I'm just going to go back up a little bit and just check. It's the song Moj Svijet by Sergei Chetkovic, maybe. Quite sure. It's from Eurovision, obviously. That was, I don't know what year that was. It was a few years ago. It's a good song. Yeah, no one was getting it early on. Macedonian came in fairly early. That's a good answer, but not quite right. I mean, I'm sure they're pretty cognate. You know what I'm saying? But I think it was all the way down to Andrew before we started getting Montenegro. A lot of answers came in very quickly. Yeah, I'm calling Andrew Armstrong for Team Jockey. That's what we're calling it. Okay. Nice work, Andrew. Okay, let's get on to the next one, which is played in reverse. You have to name the artist. Okay, so here is the art. Here's a tune. You tell me the artist. This is being played in reverse. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. Paul Thompson for Team Jockey. It's Lenny K you've written. I don't think you're talking about anybody except the right answer there, which is Lenny Kravitz. Bit of a gamble, just putting down Lenny K, but I'll take it on this occasion. I don't always take those, but I'm pretty sure you're not talking about anybody else. So Lenny Kravitz, it's Are You Gonna Go My Way? Played in reverse. Good answer. Excellent. And lots of other people started to get it as well. Yeah, Are You Gonna Go My Way? That's the name of the song. Okay, good work. We got one more in this round. Now listen, the last one is worth 4 points because there's 2 answers. It's a mix. And the mixes have been really difficult to do. They're quite time consuming, but I've found some sources of people who have already done mixes. So, there might be some more of these now because they're a bit easier to produce if someone else is doing the work, you know what I mean? So anyway, you got to name both artists in the one comment. If you get half the answer, I will ignore it. You've got to have both artists in the same comment with your team name. You ready? Here is tonight's mix.
Can't touch this. This.
Yeah, we got it. There's a new name as well. Elsa Darlington for Team Chef. Eurythmics. Sweet Dreams Are Made of This. And MC Hammer. Can't touch this. Excellent, Elsa. Great to see a new name scoring points. And that is for Team Chef. Brilliant. And that's 4 points. Right. I think that's done a real favour for Team Chef. Best mix, yeah, that's because I didn't make it. See, I'm no mixer, you know what I mean? I've done a few mixes. They've been okay. But there's loads of people spending loads of time making these things, and it's like, well, I'll just use those, you know? Bit easier. Bit more conducive to actually getting these things ready, okay? Yeah, don't worry about spelling, Elsa. That's fine. If I know what you mean, I'll take your points. I always try to be generous. If there's any kind of doubt, I don't take it, but if it's... I noticed someone mentioned Reddit there. I didn't get out of Reddit. I just got that straight off of YouTube. If anyone's got good suggestions for sources for mixes, it'd be good. It's a way of getting around the, what do you call it? The copyright algorithm. It was a good... Bull Rider's the best mix, but we'll talk about that later. Anyway, let's get the scores on. And that was before the round began, before the sound round. And this is after the sound round. Look at that. Chef's coming right up. The pipe of Jockey Wilson. r/mashups on Reddit. I know a lot of people talk about Reddit. I don't use it. But maybe I should. Because I've also heard you can waste a lot of time on Reddit, and I try and avoid that sort of thing. Reddit mashups. All right, I've written that down, Nick. Yeah, it'd be good to get some more amateur ones as well, because there's some really famous ones on YouTube with millions of views. They might be a little easy. Right, anyway. Very close. You know, Queen Latifah's not out of it. 5 point. I mean, I'm sure there was a bigger gap the other night between Chef and Grotbags, and Chef came back. Anything can happen. Good stuff. All right, Nick. I will look at that. I will look at that. So there go the scores. It's very, very close. What is next? The next... Oh, please share. That's just a request. See if you're here right now. Just press share. Just for me. Thanks very much. Because it all helps. Thank you very much. Later on, I'm going to ask you for money. But you don't have to give me money. You can do this for free. Picture round. Okay, it's time for... Whoa, Ainsley. Look at that. Whoa, a dangler. All right. Which software do you use to mix them? Just Audacity. think I downloaded something called Mixo or something like that, but it looks like quite complicated. I'm sure it's easy once I work it out, but it's getting round to learning these things, you know. Right. Picture number one. Who is the imposter in this classic lineup of Kraftwerk? Right, one of them is not a real Kraftwerk member. Who is it? Who's barged their way into the Kraftwerk lineup there? Who's the imposter? Chuckle Brother is kind of half right. Barry Chuckle? No. Chuckle Brother's not the guy's name. Paul Chuckle, there we go. Ali Gunn for Team Jockey. It's Paul Chuckle. That's his name. He's no Chuckle Brother. He's the alive one out of the Chuckle Brothers. Paul Chuckle. Barry was the one that looked more kind of like a Gumby. Paul's the alive one. So, well done, Ali Gunn. That's 2 points for Team Jockey. It's a good time to get a couple of points there. It's always a good time, isn't it? You know, but just as the chef was coming up behind. Chucklewerk. Right, who's this bastard? And by that I mean the yellow guy with a pink hat or a magenta hat. Name that bastard. It's not Mr. Silly. Mr. Silly's a good guy. This guy's a bastard. It is one of the Mr. Men, for sure. Nah, not Mr. Silly. Merlin? No. Mr. Chuckle? Slightly closer. Mr. Nonsense is closer, but not right. What we got? Mr. Happy, Mr. Tickle. Nah, Mr. Tickle's a good guy as well. He's a bastard, but a good bastard. Hey, Chris Cotter's got it for Queen Latifah team. It's Mr. Mischief. All right. And if you read the book, there's no way you can like Mr. Mischief after that. He's not a good guy. Yeah, he's not Mr. Naughty, but he is naughty. He just causes mayhem. But not funny mayhem like Mr. Tickle. Just outright nasty stuff. He's about to steal a wizard's wand. Yeah. So the Queen is back. Queen Latifah is back in the game. Right, let's move on. That was the Cotter, wasn't it? Cotter Collective. I think it was. Just making sure I got this right. Yeah, Chris Cotter. Or the Cotter Collective. It's the two of them in there. Yeah, Mr. Mischief. Right, okay. Got to thank our 6-year-old for that. They are useful for something, you know. Name the city. Name the city. I'll give you some clues if nobody gets it, but I wonder if somebody will get it with no clues at all. Big mountains in the background there, looks quite cold. Wow, how about that? Elsa Darlington, boom, once again, it's Anchorage. That is correct answer. Good answer. It is Anchorage in Alaska. And I had several clues lined up, but we don't need them, because Elsa's got 2 points for Team Chef. Excellent. Okay. A few different answers coming in. Let's move on. This is a homemade recreation of an artwork by which famous Austrian painter? So name the original painter. This is a homemade effort with excellent use of pastry. But she is recreating work by which famous Austrian painter? Name the painter. Yes, I do know the capital of Alaska. And I know it's not Anchorage. I know it's Juneau. Klimt is correct. Oh, Katz is the first person this time, you see. It's not a conspiracy against you. When you're first, you're first. Okats has got it right for Team Jockey. It's Gustav Klimt is the right answer. That is a portrait of Adele Bloch-Bauer. And it's a brilliant reenactment. More a reenactment than a recreation. Great stuff. Right, well done, Okats. Excellent. Nah, not Hitler. He is a famous Austrian painter, but it's not that one. It's Gustav Klimt. All right. And last question in the pitch round. Whose bust is this on the South Bank in London? It's a statue of who? A famous real person. On the South Bank in London. Yeah, it's an easy one. Straight in there. Martin Cassidy for Team Jockey. It is Pint of Stella, Nelson Mandela. Very good. Okay. Right, let's Nelson Mandela. So let's get the scoreboard back on. And we're going to be heading into the ultra round pretty soon. Yeah, after this. So the ultra round is coming up. This is the last look at the scores before the ultra round. That was before this round. This is after the round. I press the wrong button. There we go. Look at that. The Jockey Wilson has opened up a small gap over the chef. 5 points. Westerosi Ninja says, I lost seconds typing Nelson. So, yeah, with Mandela, you know, if he was called Nelson Smith, there's no way you could put Smith. I'd be looking for Nelson Smith, but he's called Nelson Mandela. And there's not a lot of other people called Mandela that are famous, apart from maybe Winnie Mandela. So, and they ain't going to make a statue of her. So, you got to think about the context. Do you need the first name or not? Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. But the scores are Jockey Wilson from Fife, the greatest ever darts player to walk planet Earth, is on 28 points. Yeah. One-upmanship going on. John H. lost hours typing Nelson. Chef is on 23 points. Ainsley Harriot, certainly not out of the game, no way. And even Queen Latifah still in the game, 7 points. So you are 21 points behind Jockey, but there are 55 points to play for in the ultra round, and we're going there right now. We're going to find a winner. It's 7 minutes to 10. In a couple of minutes' time, we're going to know who's the new winner. Will Chef get 2 in a row? Ultra round. I'll play some background music. We need some background ultra music. There's one called Funky Suspense. Let's play that. What's that like? Oh yeah, thanks. Scoreboard. I was doing quite well at remembering the scoreboard tonight. Oh, Funky Suspense. Aye, that's quite good for the ultra round, isn't it? Doom, doom, doom. Ultra round. Ultra round. Yeah. But I will drop it down a bit so it's at background proportions. Okay, we are ready. Ready for the ultra round. You know how the ultra round works. It's just trivia questions. First question is worth 1 point. Second question is worth 2 points. Third question is worth 3 points, and so on. You know what's going on. So we end up with high value questions towards the end. So just about any answer will count big time in this round. Same rules as before. Just need your... Yeah, these are the free songs from YouTube. Well, some of them are. Some of them are from a different website called Ben Sound. But you know how this works. Just answer the questions. Right, here we go. Come on, Team Jockey Wilson. It's going to be a famous win for Scotland if we can do this. And come on, Team Chef. You know the oil is with you. And come on, Team Queen Latifah. Right, Sport of Kings. What number is at 6 o'clock or the bottom of a dartboard? 20 is at the top of the dartboard. What number is at the bottom of a dartboard? First correct answer will get this. 3 is correct. It's Chef Trigger 1874. Draws first blood in the Ultra round. Nice one. Yeah, it's 3. 3's at the bottom of the board. You can see a picture of the dartboard there. Nice and clear. Well done to you. To Trigger 1874. Okay, let's speed it up. Let's get into the high point questions. Make this count. 2 points. Theatre. Drama. Which Shakespeare play was adapted into a musical titled Kiss Me Kate? First produced on Broadway in 1948, but what's the original Shakespeare play? The Taming of the Shrew is correct, and that is Moira P. Now, I'm sure I've heard from Moira before, but I think that's a new name tonight. So Moira P gets that one right. For Team Jockey, 2 points for Jockey Wilson. Yes. Come on. Let's move straight on. We're going to speed it up now. Hollywood. Which Oscar-winning American actor, born in 1960, was also the first husband of the pop singer Madonna? Hello, Denizo. You're just in time for the Ultra round. Sean Penn is correct. That's Elsa again. 3 points for Team Chef. Let me just check that. Yep. Elsa Darlington. 3 points for Team Chef. So I'm just adding up in my head. There we go. And Sean Penn. Here is Sean Penn. Look. Whoa, you missed him. There he goes. Okay, number... I'll be back. I think I'm back. It says OBS reconnection successful. City of Stars. All right, for Lauren Thompson. Getting it for Team Jockey Wilson. This is head to head, toe to toe, neck and neck. City of Stars is the right answer. Right. There was probably a little bit of buffering there. I think it's the same for everyone. I dropped off. It said my connection had dropped off, and it comes straight back on. So if I do disappear again, don't worry, I'll come straight back. City of Stars is the right answer, and Lauren was first for Team Jockey Wilson. Right, here comes a 5 point question. We're getting high value now. Quite a long way. What was completed in the United States in 1926 and is 2,451 miles long? What is that thing? They finished building it in 1926 and it's nearly 2,500 miles long. Stephen Fricker gets it right. Route 66 is correct. Get your kicks. Should have made that the 6 point question, but it's 5 points. It's for Team Jockey Wilson, courtesy of Mr. Fricker. It's a road. It goes from Chicago to the the Golden Gate Bridge is not 2,500 miles long. That'd be an awesome bridge. Panama Canal's only about 100 miles, something like that, 80 miles, not very long. Good guess though. Right, Royal Navy. Complete the title of the song, which is the official march of the Royal Navy. It's called Heart of Something. Heart of Something is the song, title of the song that's the official march. Oh, we've got a right answer. John H is in there for Team Queen. Could be the latest, greatest comeback of all time. Heart of Oak is the right answer. Excellent. Good work, John. Is it too late for Team Queen Latifah? Not Heart of Glass. Heart of Glass is a pop hit from the late 70s by Blondie. It's not the official march of the Royal Navy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Heart of Glass. I painted glass. Nah. Heart of Oak is what they sing. Okay. Chills, brackets, multiplying. 7 points for this one. In the musical Grease, what is the first name of Rizzo? A few of you went for Heart of Glass. Brilliant. What we got here? Betty is the right answer. And who is first? My goodness. Check it out. It's John H. For Team Queen. No, surely not. Surely this comeback isn't going to happen. It would be extraordinary. John H. Nice answer. Yeah, Betty Rizzo. There she is. Stockard Channing. Name of the actress. Damn, says John H. My internet is getting faster. All right, just at the right time. 8, 9 and 10 point questions to come. I think this is still open to all 3 teams. Rock genre. Right, the American Chuck Schuldiner died in 2001, aged 34. But how is he known? He's known as the godfather of something. That something is a genre of music. So Chuck Schuldiner was the godfather of what? Soul, no. Rock, jazz, no. I'll give you a clue. It's 2 words. Alana's guessed metal. Metal is one of the words, but it's not both words. I need both words. The godfather of something, something. Math rock. What the hell is math rock? That sounds terrible, but it's not right. Jockey swing. Metal is correct, but we need... Oh, we got it. Zoe Russell. Wow, for Team Queen. Latifah has got it right. It's death metal. The godfather of death metal. That's him. Chuck Schuldiner. That's what he looks like. See? Godfather of death metal. Well, well, well. Something's happening. After being asleep for most of the quiz, Queen Latifah, matron Mama Morton, has woken up and has started to take control of the cell block. Whoa! You never know. You never know. That's 3 in a row. And we're getting into the big scores. Holy bananas. Right, come on, 2 questions to go. Chinese roots. Which US city, large city, has the largest proportion of its population who are of Chinese ethnicity? Andrew Armstrong is in there like a laser beam. San Francisco is correct. And Andrew Armstrong answers that for Team Jockey Wilson. Oh la 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 la. There's 1 question left. I have lost track of the scores. I don't know who's going to win this. Here comes the last question. Movie setting. Which American city, lots of American stuff tonight, is the main setting for the films Indecent Proposal and The Hangover? Las Vegas is correct. Ali Gunn is the first to get it right. It's Team Jockey. It's 10 points for Jockey Wilson. Surely that's enough. Let's check it out. Vegas is correct. It's time to bring on the scores. These were the scores before the Ultra Round. Queen Latifah made a fight, but was it enough? Was it enough? It's time to refresh the scores and see who tonight's winner is. Oh, it's Jockey Wilson. I think I knew it by the end. Jockey Wilson, 2 answers right at the end. Did the business, but there had been a lot of work done before that. And Queen Latifah came back to take second place, which is quite amazing. And Ainsley Harriot's reign of terror only lasts for one fry-up. And that's it. He's out the game. That means Jockey Wilson will be back on Tuesday to try and defend his crown. The greatest darts player of all time is now the best at Big Teams Quiz. Yeah, the oily lord is a bit burnt. Come on, the jocks. Come on, Jockey Wilson. Yeah, he beat the chef. Brilliant work from Team Queen, coming back at the end. Good game, good game. 16 stone of grief and pain. He was never 16 stone, was he? I mean, he was quite a short fella. Well, that's a controversial statement, John H. This is borderline getting barred here from the quiz. We are still royalty, not necessarily a good thing, and Jockey just throws darts. What? Are you being demeaning to the sport of darts, the sport of kings, the sport that made us the people we are today, the only true sport in the world, darts? Don't question darts. I'm on the kingdom, power and the glory. I'm just talking smack. Aye, watch it. Don't insult Scotland and don't insult darts. I mean, you can insult Fife, that's okay. Jockey would have been an essential worker indeed, Joanne, were he still alive to enjoy the lockdown. As far as I'm aware, darts still rages on. I mean, you can play darts distantly if you set up a camera. Get an independent guy around to verify the hockey and the height of the bullseye. You could quite easily play World Championship darts from your front room. That's one of the reasons why it's the greatest sport in the world. You don't need a lot of space or equipment. Imagine trying to do pole vault in your front room or tennis. Rubbish. But darts, you can do it anywhere. Yeah, thanks, Kirsty. Yeah, it was a good quiz. It was exciting. I like it when it was a big win, and yet it was quite exciting right up to the end. Darts is terrible. Nah, Nick, you are wrong. Although you might be the MVP. We're going to vote for the MVP. Although you were on Team Chef. Actually, it doesn't matter. Someone was asking, saying, does MVP, or stating rather, that MVP shouldn't have to come from the winning team. I think I agree. But let's vote for a winning player. Let's vote for MVP. Who was your MVP tonight? And I'm going to send a prize to the most valuable player. I'm also going to ask you for a tip. The quiz, what I have lovingly prepared and adjudicated, is free to play. It's on YouTube. It's completely free. Doesn't cost any money for you to play. But if you want to give me a tip, then I'd be extremely grateful for that. I am a quizmaster, formerly a pub quizmaster. There are no pubs, so I'm trying to do quizzes online. I'm doing quizzes every night of the week, Monday to Friday. At the moment, I'm taking the weekend off, which is quite a good idea. It's not forever. Might do some weekend ones. But all I've got at the moment is these tips. I've got a little gig on the radio, which is a small amount of regular money, but these tips is what it is. So if I get any tip off you, I'm delighted. £1, £2. If you were going to a pub quiz, you'd maybe spend that. So anything like that is very welcome. Thank you to the people who have donated. Thank you very much to the people who have donated more than that. I really appreciate it. It's really helping me not to die and my family. So that's great. And I want to keep doing the quizzes. I know you enjoyed them. So any tips, great stuff. Thanks very much. If you are not in a position to tip or you don't want to tip, that's fine. Quiz is free to do. But please do tell someone else about the quiz if you enjoy the quiz. I'm at the point of this where I need to get to a bigger audience, and if people get recommendations from their friends, go and do this. It's really good. They listen to it a lot more than if I advertise, or plus I don't have any money for advertising. So if you tell other people about it, that's almost as valuable as tipping. If you like it as well, if you liked the quiz, please like the video. If you hated it, please thumbs down it. That's great. And if you not been here before or you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and click the bell, and then you get a notification when the quizzes are on. The next quiz, big teams, will be on Tuesday. Jockey Wilson is the new champion. We're on a quest to see if anyone can do 3 in a row. No one's ever done 3 in a row. We've had people doing 2 in a row. Jet did 2 in a row. Marty Pello did 2 in a row. Grotbags did 2 in a row. Dolly Parton did 2 in a row. No one's... Begbie did 2 in a row. No one's ever done 3 in a row. Could it be Jockey? We'll find out next week. He's got to win next Tuesday and next Thursday. But be back here Tuesday, 9 o'clock. But mainly, thanks for coming. Thanks for doing the quiz, because without you, there is no quiz. Thanks, Sasa. I know you always say that. 35 people watching now, only 25 likes. Come on, thumbs up the video. Thanks for that, Sasa. See, when there is more money coming in, I'll hire you to get people doing the right thing. Yeah, I like it, and liking the video is free. That's well pointed out. Oh, right. Have we had any MVP votes? Let's have a look. Stephen Fricker's getting a vote there. Fricker seemed to do pretty well. Let's see. Any more MVP votes? I'm going to send a prize through the post to the MVP. I see 2 votes for Mr. Fricker. Well, the great thing is, Sasuke, you don't have to be overseas PR. You can be PR everywhere, because we're all global citizens now. We're living down the road from each other. Hello, Brody. Thanks very much. I appreciate it. Like I say, you don't have to donate. I mean, it is free. Elsa D did do well. Yeah, there's another vote for Fricker. There's 2 votes for Elsa. 3 for Fricker. If I get 1, and there's another one for Fricker, actually. Right, that's it. Stephen Fricker is the MVP. You are the winner, Mr. Fricker, Mr. Frickerdino. And it's about time, actually, because you've done very well on quite a lot of quizzes. So that's merited. Elsa did do well. Some great... Oh, look, and all the votes have just come in for Elsa. It's too late. I've called it. I've called Stephen Fricker for MVP. So, Stephen, send me your postal address, and I'll send you a prize in the post. See, all the votes are coming in for Elsa now. Elsa, if Elsa's on that form again, she will win MVP. But tonight's MVP is Mr. Fricker. Okay? And I'm just writing this down so I don't forget it. MVP Thursday, Fricker. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's Fricker's first MVP, which is remarkable because he's been a constant power in the big teams quiz. Always very good. Mr. Fricker was regular at the Tollbooth Tavern before the lockdown. Dodgeball, would you sell your services for a bespoke quiz? If you're talking about on Zoom, then yes. I did a quiz the other week for one of the people who comes here, and did it for her company. Did it during the daytime. 100 quid, 1 hour. You know, so get in touch. Every time I hear Fricker, says Claire, I think of the pigeon keeper in Home Alone 2. I don't think I've seen Home Alone 2. The MVP should now be known as the Fricker Award. We're edging into sort of deification territory. I think I want to be running a quiz for a little longer than 2 months before we start deifying people. I'm going to keep it MVP at the moment. How not? Says Clark. Sorry, I said Claire. It's Clark. Clark McKinnon. There's loads of films I've never seen. How do we get in touch? There's loads of ways to get in touch. There should be links in the description. Let me put the Facebook in the chat, and that's a good way of getting in touch because you can send me a message on that. Oh, cats. So yeah, Zoom quizzes for companies. I'm going to do that during the day. It was pretty successful, the Zoom quiz. It was my first one. I trained myself how to do it. And Zoom's actually really good because you can put people into teams in different rooms and they can talk to each other just like a pub quiz team without the other people hearing, and then come back and give their answers. So it's really good. Yeah. So, Cats, you're saying how do we get in touch? I've just put the Facebook in there, so if you use Facebook, you can get in touch via there. There's email as well. I hesitate to put my email in here. I don't think that's a good thing to do. I think you can send messages on YouTube. It's funny these days, isn't it? Because there's messages here and there and everywhere. Like last night I had a winner for the bread on the Wednesday night quiz, and I said, send me a message. And the person did, but they had my phone number, so they sent me a text. And I was looking for the message today, and I couldn't find it. I was looking at messages on the Facebook group, messages on the Facebook page, personal Facebook messages. Maybe he sent an email, having a look at the email. Turned out it was a text. But it's all good. Didn't see Home Alone 2 because it has a cameo from the Cheeto face. Oh, that's supposed to be in charge of my country. El Trumpo. How would Jockey go check out from 58? 18 double top. Yeah. Jockey's favourite double was double 10. Right? So yeah, he probably would. He'd go 18, go for double top, and then if he missed it, if he just came inside the wire, that'd leave him with double 10. Yeah, he wasn't scared of a double 20, but his favourite double was double 10. Man, I can't believe I know that. Oh yeah, Twitter as well. Twitter's good. Get messages on that. At DP Quiz, that's the Twitter thing, right? Nice and simple. I try to make as many of my channels as possible just DP Quiz, Dr. Paul Quiz, yeah? So, thank you very much, Jan. Appreciate that. Great stuff. Right, let's have, what we got? It's 20 past. Let's go 10 minutes here. Still got 25 people here. Let's play we haven't done this for a couple of weeks. Quiz the Quizmaster, right? Ask me a quiz question. I'll try and get them right. Best question from you gets a prize. I had forgotten that. Duncan used to come to darts night at McCool's in Glasgow when that was still a thing. That's nothing to do with lockdown. The pub was just run really badly and had to shut. But before it shut, we had a great darts night. And Duncan was you were the first champion? No, you weren't the first champion. Furious Phil was the first champion. He won the speedboat, which was, of course, a canoe. But Duncan says, I remember lifting the inaugural Jockey Wilson Memorial ashtray at McCool's Way Out West. That is brilliant. I've got some photographs of you playing darts way back then. I think I do anyway. If you've got any, if you know anyone who's got any pictures, or you do as well, of that darts night, get them to send them to me, because I've got a few pictures of darts night, but really not enough. It's a long wait till Tuesday. A night of Eurovision. Ah, God. You know where I should have been right now? I should have been in Rotterdam. I had tickets. Me and my daughter were going to fly this morning. And we were going to land at Schiphol Airport. And from our plane touching down, which was about midday, we had 2 hours to get from there to the Ahoy Centre in Rotterdam, because we had tickets for the family show of the second semi-final. I went to Eurovision 4 years ago. Daughter was 6. Now she's 10. Now she understands it. So it was going to be amazing. But of course, COVID's, so hopefully next year. Love Eurovision. Right, here comes some quiz questions from you. What is Queen Latifah's real name? That's a good question. I don't know. I should know, and I will know it when you give me the answer. Give me a few minutes to think about that, because it's one of those ones that I know but I can't remember. That makes it quite a good question. So hang on, I'm going to write these down as they come in. Queen Latifah, real name. Right, what's next? In 1986, which actor was supposed to play James Bond, but couldn't, due to a contract for an American crime show? So that's when Pierce Brosnan took over, yeah? So who was supposed to play James Bond, but couldn't do it because they had a contract for an American crime show? Presumably it was still somebody British back then. American crime show. Trying to think of someone who's like British, big in the 80s, and could have done that. Not Dennis Waterman or anything like that, surely? Nah. Robert Lindsay? I'll say Robert Lindsay for that one. That's a good question, Clark. What do you call a group of jellyfish? Anything you want. They've got no brains. Question, where did the term let the cat out of the bag originate from? I don't, you know, see these questions, I don't think they're true, you know. People retroactively make up meanings of things. I mean, it's just let the cat out of the bag, isn't it? Yeah, well, you know, things happen, Jerry. People are dying, so me missing Eurovision is no big deal. You know what I mean? It's okay. You're supposed to be in Tenerife. I'm really okay. I love Eurovision, and you can still watch it on TV and stuff like that. You know, it's just what it is. It's okay. But we're going to go next time. Pierce Brosnan was in an American detective show called what? Man, you're all asking about film and TV. It's my least favourite subject. Remington Steele. Is that right? Sasa? Nice and simple. Who was the first British person to play James Bond? Yeah, I think you're talking about radio, and I think you're talking about Bob Holness on a South African radio show. Andrew? So first Bond, I'm going for Bob Holness here. By the way, see if I get something right or wrong, tell me, but tell me what I'm getting right or wrong, because if you just say yes, then I don't know what you mean. You know what I mean? Well, by the way, I've still got the scores up. I've got something better than that. Hang on a second. Get those scores down. See, I've got some little winners cards now at the end. That's the link. Share it, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Next quiz. Look at that, eh? Whoa. This will get the viewer numbers up. Probably get the channel banned. The answer was Brosnan. Right, did I say Pierce Brosnan? No, yeah, of course it was Timothy Dalton took over then, but the answer was Pierce Brosnan. I see. Right, okay. That's good, that one. Brosnan. Alright, and that leads to the other question, doesn't it? British Royal Navy, they kept the cat 9 tails in a bag. Bad news when it came out of the bag. The cat's out of the bag. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. There's a bunch of different things like that, and you can find them on the internet, lists of how phrases originated, and I don't know. Not sure, you know. Remington Steele, right, I got one right, so there's 2 points. I'm going to try and get up to 10 points here. Bob Holness, yes. Aye, it's a bit of a quiz chestnut, that one, I would say. Sporting Adonis is right. Look at that. Look at how he just sits that beer right there. Right on top of the belly bit. Not going to drop that. It's a guy who knows his bath, beer, darts etiquette. A bloom of jellyfish. I would never have guessed that in a million years. I was trying to give a hint by asking about Remington Steele. Yeah, I should have put that together. Is pure water... Oh, that's a good question. Clark. Is pure water a conductor of electricity? Pure water. I say... yes. That's a hunch. I'm not much of a science person either. Not so much film, TV, more music. Not so much science, more geography. That's my strengths and weaknesses. In the old quiz game when I'm getting quizzed. Yeah, you're right about nicotine stains. They're quite heavy, actually. Unless he's just been fingering a Satsuma. Right, thanks, Sasa. Thanks for doing the quiz. It was a good game. It was very enjoyable. See, normally I don't like them when they're not that close, but that was enjoyable despite... Well, it was close going in the last round. It ended up being a big win. Wrong! Pure water isn't. It doesn't contain the lions. I know it says ions, which conduct electricity. Right, fair enough. Yeah, or a tangerine, or a clementine. Fingering an oh my darling. Clementine. Cheerio. Thanks, Sasa. Thanks for playing. Right, got anyone else got any more questions? I'm only on 4 points. Only got 2 right answers so far. What was the Rolling Stones' first UK #1 single? Oh, look, we've got a nice multiple choice here. Thanks, Jerry. Little Red Rooster, Not Fade Away, All Over Now. I think it is C. It's All Over Now. What is the lowest bogey in darts? Now, Gaffer, David Patterson, what do you mean? Do you mean a number from which you cannot check out? In which case, the lowest one would be... Oh, shit. Is it 169? What's the national dish of Greenland? Have they got food in Greenland? National dish? Stuffed puffin? Cheers, John. A couple of great answers from you. You nearly saved it. Who performed the first televised 9-dart finish? I think that's John Lowe. Yes, 169 is the right answer. I didn't even stop to work that out. I went on pure instinct on that one. That was good. Oh, 159. Oh, no, I didn't say that. I said 169. Oh, you're saying yes to my clarification of it. Balls. Shit, man. Yeah, because treble... Well, what would treble... Aye, treble 19 would leave you 102. Yeah. Yes for the 9-dart, right. John Lowe, nice one. Right, 2 points for me there. I'm on 6 points. Swasat is the national dish of Greenland. It's a soup made with fish. 1984 was the first 9-dart. That's good, actually, the year. What year? 1984. That's a good for a what year question. First televised 9-darter. What is the name of the first national nature reserve in the UK designated in 1951? Oh, I don't know. Lake District? I was right on the Rolling Stones question, right? I'm up to 8 points. Nice one. I was watching some BBC nonsense, BBC 4 nonsense as a cover. I think it actually came up on Popmaster the other day. What Nobel Prize did Winston Churchill win? I think he won the Nobel Prize for Literature for his history of the English-speaking people. Oh well, Nobel Prize for Literature is for a whole career. It's not for one work. But I think it was the Nobel Prize for Literature. What is strange about horseshoe crab's blood? You can smoke it? I would say it's blue. What was the first single to sell over 2 million copies? 2 million. See, there's not even that many million sellers, but 2 million copies. Holy shit, man. Oh, that's good. That's really good. Gaffer. All those different bogies. 159, 162, 163, 165, 166, 168, 169. Yeah. That'd be nice. That'd be a good question. That'd be a good picture question. See those numbers written down. And some question like, these are the bogies, the lowest bogies in which sport? It's in Scotland, right? You're talking about a nature reserve thing, Zoe. Let me see. What was the actual wording in your question? I'm going to go up a little bit here. You said nature reserve. What the hell's a nature reserve? Is that the same as a national park? First nature reserve in the UK. I don't know. Loch Lomond. Yeah, literature prize, right? 2 points. Right, I'm on 10 points. I'm happy with that. And it's blue. Excellent. It's blue, but it's strange because it's copper based and not iron based. Now, is that right? Is that why it's blue? That's good. No, it's different, right? See, I don't know the thing about nature reserve. I don't know. Sounds like something I should know. Which again makes it a good question. See, a question can be good if you get it wrong, but you feel that you should have known it. Who killed Cedric Diggory in Harry Potter 4? I don't have the faintest idea. No idea. Dobby. Hagrid. Martin says 1977 was the year of release for the first single to sell 2 million copies. Alright, thanks for the clue. I think that means it's Mull of Kintyre. Zoe says it's called Ben Egg or Ega in the Highlands, designed to protect Scotland's oldest Caledonian forest. I could have been here till the year 3000 and I would never have guessed that, Zoe. I've not heard of it. In the Highlands. How many cylinders does a Harley Davidson motorcycle have? Wow, I don't know. 4? Andrew Armstrong, who is the only man or woman to win 2 unshared Nobel Prizes? Okay. I know what you mean. Because, like, Marie Curie won a Nobel Prize, but she shared it with Pierre Curie. Is that right? I think that's right. So, you're talking about someone who's won a prize by themselves without having to share it. Because I know a lot of the science ones were shared because it's teams of people working together. 2 unshared Nobel Prizes, and there's only one person to do that. That's a good question. Mull of Kintyre's correct. Alright, I'm on 14 points now. On a roll. Most people think Voldemort, but it was his sidekick Wormtail. Dobby. I read the first couple of those books and then I got bored with it. It's good writing, right? There's no doubt about that. But it's the whole good evil thing, and I like a book that starts and finishes, you know. It's the same reason I don't like watching series on television, because they just keep going and you got to keep watching and watching and watching. And I like a film, it just starts and finishes. I read 1984 by George Orwell. It starts and it finishes. There's no sequel. There's no saying, oh, come back next time when we'll find out if the evil guy wins. Which he won't. You know he won't in those books. But in 1984, the evil guy does win. And then that's it. Book's over. And a jackboot stamps on the human face forever. That's my kind of entertainment. Which flag has the most colours on it? That's a good question. South Africa? Ali Gunn says, the chemical symbols of uranium, potassium, radium, iodine and neon spell out which country. Right, okay. Let's try this. Ukraine. I was about to start writing things down, but I worked it out. Ukraine. Potassium's the key in that one because it's K. K for potassium. I know that one. The answer is 2. says Clark. Usually called a V-twin. Alright, that's to do with Harley Davidson. A V-twin. See, I've heard the name V-twin. I'm sure it was a band, used to be V-twin. But at the time, I didn't think I would have thought anything to do with motorbikes for that. Yeah, South Africa. Alright, that's a good one to get right, isn't it? It's a good question. It's the Rainbow Nation, isn't it? Yes, yes, I like a straightforward question as well. You know what? See, online it's actually easier to do more involved questions. I've noticed this because, like, some of your questions are quite involved. Mine tend to be fairly straightforward. Because a lot of all the questions I've written over the last 20 years are designed to be asked in the pub. So in the pub, there's extraneous noise. People are drunk. So the questions have to be pretty brief, blunt, and straightforward. You know, so they can be understood. I've got a rule for myself, which is if a question's more than 2 lines long, I don't use it. You know, most of my questions fit on 1 line. But because people are paying attention a bit more on the internet, there's less extraneous noise. If you're here doing this, this is what you're doing. You know what I mean? And you can be a little bit more involved. A little bit slightly more complex. Clark says, when the Berlin Wall fell in 1989, which famous band played a gig a year after to commemorate its demise? Now, I don't know the answer to this, but I think it's maybe Pink Floyd. The Wall. I could definitely see Ali's question being asked on a cold, rainy Thursday night at the newsroom. Can't wait to be back. You're talking about the uranium, potassium, radium question. It's pretty good. Pink Floyd. Nice one. Hooray for me. Andrew, I can't think. Tell me, listen, see the man-woman to win 2 unshared Nobel Prizes. Give me a clue. Like, tell me what the prize was. Was it the same thing twice? Was it physics twice? Or was it economics twice? Or was it like one of each, 2 different things? Give me a clue, Andrew. Because I'm not getting anywhere with that. Give me a clue. Let's just see. I'm going to choose a winner, right? Because I'm up to 10 points. I'll keep answering while we're here. But I want to see what I think the best question is so far. And do a quick prize for that person, whoever it is. I'm just scrolling up. I completely missed one there. Paul Thompson said, who ordered the very first pizza delivery? I don't know. Like, there's the first mobile phone, and that's Ernie Wise. There's the first hole-in-the-wall cash card, and that's Reg Varney off on the buses. But I don't know the first pizza delivery. I don't know. Ringo Starr. I'm just getting out of nowhere. Ringo Starr. The one about the water is quite good. All the James Bond stuff, nah, not so much. Harry Potter. Yeah, it's got potential to be a good question, actually, if it's multiple choice. Because the thing about Harry Potter is if you don't know anything about it, you cannot guess because you don't know, right? But if you make it multiple choice, like Wormtail and something else, might trigger a memory. 2 cylinders. You know, I think the best one so far is the I don't want to say it's one that I got right. You know what I mean? It's David's one about the lowest Bogey. And darts. That's a bastard of a question, but it's good. So, David Patterson, you are the winner. Let me see if I've got... If I run out of scratch cards, well, that's no good. Right, I've got one scratch card left. Guess what? It's £1 million scratch card. Right. Check it out. Right, this might be the night of your life. David Patterson. I would have got the darts one if I'd sat down and worked it out and all that, but I didn't want to be boring, so I just guessed. But it's a good question. Great question. Yes, David Hasselhoff sung while it was being brought down. He destroyed the Berlin Wall. The Hoff. Different subjects for the Nobel Prize. Group jellyfish called. It's called, what's that? We've had that already and I still can't remember. It's like a bloom or something. Or something. What is it? Can anyone remember? A bloom. Yeah, a bloom of jellyfish. Although they're exactly the sort of thing where it turns out there's like 3 or 4 different ones. Anyway, £1 million. Gaffer's won £1 million, right? So I'm going to scratch this right now. And if it comes up, trumps. And talk about badly prepared. Right, here we go. I found a coin. There are... What is there? Is there loads of games here? And there's millions of bloody games. Gaffer, send me your address. I'm going to put it in the post. It's too complicated to scratch. There's too many games in it. Give me your postal address. Send it to me, and I'll send you the card. Okay, right. Let's answer the last few questions that are still here. So Andrew Armstrong was saying the clue is that the Nobel winner was a winner in different subjects and categories. Chemistry in the 50s and peace in the 60s. Shit. I don't know. Nah, it's good clues, but I just don't know. Chemistry in the 50s and peace in the 60s. Oof. I don't know. Fun pizza fact, it was Margherita Savoy, the Italian queen. No way! The first person to order a pizza was called Margherita. Presumably that's why it's called Pizza Margherita. That's amazing. That's fantastic. That's the greatest fact of all time. We found it here tonight on the quiz, ladies and gentlemen. Where is Leeds Castle? It's in Kent. I think it's somewhere in Kent. It's another bit of a quiz chestnut, that one. The old Leeds Castle, isn't it, in Leeds? Right. Fuck it, look. Gaffer, we'll do the scratch card now if you want, or I'll send it to you. You choose. We're gonna take a few minutes to scratch these off because there's like 1, 2. I think there's no, hang on. There's 5 games on the card. It's up to you. We can do it now, or I can put it in the post. Linus Pauling. Now I've heard that. I've definitely heard that name. Peace Prize for anti-nuclear activism, and one of the first people to promote vitamin C. Do it now, says Gaffer. Right, I will. I'm going to look that up, Andrew, because that looks really interesting. And it's a name I have heard. Linus Pauling. Linus Pauling. Is he Danish? That sounds kind of Danishy. Right, I'm going to scratch this card. So there's 5 games on this card. It's so complicated. It's like filling it. It's worse than a tax form, right? So, winning symbol, right. So the first one is you scratch off the symbol. And it's come up a roll of notes, like banknotes. Hang on. So I'm going to see what I'm doing. So see those sacks there? I'm going to scratch those off and it's got to be a match. First one's a vault. No. Second one is a motorbike. No. Third one is a wallet, so no joy there. Game 1, nothing. Game 2, find a 20 to win £20. That's pretty inventive. It's just one little panel. If there's a 20 there, this is 20 quid. Oh, that had me going for a second. It's come out 29. Right, game 3. In a row, match 3 cash amounts to win. If you win, multiply your win by the multiplier number. So there's 3 rows here, right? Okay. So what we got? First row is 5,000, 1,000, 1,000, and 100. There's 4 numbers on each line. You see that? There was 2,000s in there in the middle to get you going. But you need 3. You need 3 the same. So the next one is 250, £30, £50,000 and £20. No match at all. The third line, £1 million, 50 quid. £1 million and 20 quid. Nout. Look at that though, there was a couple, there was just a moment there where there was 2 millions. Holy shit. Right, last one. Last one in this game. £100, £10, £5,000 and £30. All completely different, right? So we've been scratching away for quite a few minutes now and nothing has happened. This is a really boring scratch card. I don't know if it's boring, but it's just frustrating. Game 4 in a row. If the 2 numbers add up to 10, win a prize. God, they make you work, don't they? So there's like piles of money down there. This one here. Yeah. Numbers have got to add up to 10. Okay, so it's 6 plus 1. Second row is 8 plus, so we're looking for a 2. 4. And the last one is an 8, so we're looking for a 2 again. 6. Shite. And then the last one here, game 5, find a fingers crossed a lottery sign to win a prize. And there are, looks like there's going to be 4 things hidden under there. This is the last chance to win any money. This is like watching Gandhi. It just goes on and on. So the first one is a glass of champagne. That's not crossed fingers. Ooh, 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 look. Crossed fingers. You've won something, but I've not scratched off the prize yet. Right, here we go. You've won something. It's a tenner. 10 quid. Fucking yes. £10. Brilliant. I'll send this to you in the post, right? And then you just got to take it to the shop. Or I'll take it to the shop and I'll wire you the money. But I think it's quite fun if I send you the actual card. Yes. Well, you know, there's still 2 things to scratch on this card. You never know. That might just be the foreplay. There might be £1 million coming up. Next one's a yacht. Doesn't matter. Next one's a ring. Doesn't matter. So, like, they made us work for it there, but that is 10 quid, right? And that's a belter. Nice one, David. Back in 2000, we could get pished on that at quiz. See if you're really, really careful and you go to Lidl and you get the right stuff, you can still get pished on 10 quid. Quite pished, actually. All that scratching was worth it. It's made a hell of a mess on my desk. There's a lot of scratch byproduct there. Oh, brilliant. please remove that picture of Jockey now. No, absolutely not. No. That was the whole point of this quiz, was to get that picture on YouTube for as long as possible. Save your journey to the post office, to the post box. I'll go to the post box anyway tomorrow, so I'll put your card in the post. I was thinking I'll cash it and like PayPal you the money, but that's no fun. I'll send you the actual card, right? So make sure you send me your postal address, and I'm going to write that down here. Dave Patterson, aka the Gaffer. 10 quid. Millionaire scratch card. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. Well done. Right, that's a good point at which to finish. Thanks for all the questions, everybody. Was there anything that wasn't tidied up in terms of quiz questions? We got Linus Pauling. Yeah, you're on Facebook, aren't you? Just send it there, or Twitter is good as well. Anything like that. Right, thank you, Andrew. Thanks for your question. It's very interesting, very good. And you did pretty well in the quiz as well. Jockey's the champion. He'll be back on Tuesday. I don't think there was anything else that needed cleared up. Thanks for the mozzarella, tomato and basil information. Missing Persons Club. The colours of the Italian flag. That's something that I probably couldn't remember, but I've definitely heard that before. Great stuff. Right, I hope you enjoyed the quiz tonight. Thanks for coming. Please tell other people about the quiz. That's all I ask. Please like and share. It really helps. I know I'm like a broken record, but that's if you like the quiz, do me a favour and tell somebody. Share it. Thank you very much. Nice to see you all the Mango boys from back in the day, Glasgow style, good old days. I guess I should finish with I'll get it set up for next time. Finish off with the old Bull Rider. Right, good night, see you later, have a nice night, see you tomorrow. If you, oh, by the way, if you're about tomorrow, 7 o'clock here on YouTube, standard pub quiz, but we've got a bottle of gin as the prize.